God, look at my hair. At least the hair pills are working. We're at the end, kids. Duolingo Task 16. Task 16 is an open-ended question. It's a writing sample, and they give you 3 to 5 minutes to do that response. So we are writing. Can I just talk in my normal voice for this video? I'm becoming my YouTube personality. Oh my God. The line is getting blurred. Okay, the task looks like this. And there is some added pressure because the universities or whoever you're applying to with this test, they can see your score, but apparently they can also see your actual response, your writing to this specific question. They won't be able to see your writing responses for many of the other tasks, but for this one, because it's a longer one, they will be able to see how you write. So,
good luck and don't it up.
So like usual for this video, I'm going to be really authentic, or as they say in Spanish, auténtico. I'm gonna take you through my process. I'm gonna answer one of their questions for real in the time given, and then we'll analyze it when I'm finished, and you can see and hear about my process. Because this is a writing video, I will say I did talk a lot about how they score your writing and other production in this video, but I'll go over it a little bit again in this one. Let's check out the guide. Here's the 3 examples they gave us for this task in the guide. You see these 3 questions. They're pretty simple questions, pretty much great for free response. I'm going to choose what I feel is the hardest, the most difficult, and that's the one about choosing an animal. Okay, question is, choose a plant or animal that you think is interesting. Describe some of the threats or challenges it faces and explain how it overcomes those threats or challenges. Again, I'm gonna set this time for 5 minutes, and then whether you're taking the DET or any other English tests, always practice and train for the maximum amount of time. Always fill the time, because when they score you, it gives them more grammar, it gives them more vocabulary, it gives them more content, which means you will probably get a higher score the more content you give them. So I'm setting this for 5 minutes. Here we go.
A few moments later.
All right, well, that was great. Let me show you the actual response I wrote. I haven't edited this at all. I haven't changed it. Okay, this is my 5 minutes. There are some typos. There are some mistakes. If I were taking the real test, I would stop at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, I did that today. I stopped at 4 minutes and 30 seconds to give myself time to maybe go fix those typos or quickly just check and skim for major mistakes. So go ahead and read my response. Let me know what you think, and then we'll talk about my process. All right, my step 1. Don't think, just pick an animal, pick a topic. That was my thought. Literally, the first thing I thought about was a crocodile, and I just started writing. I know we want to sit there and think about, well, do I know enough about crocodiles? Maybe not. Well, do I know enough about this animal? No, this animal would be... You don't have time for that. You really don't. The 5 minutes will go by so quickly. You don't want to be at 4 minutes and 40 seconds and have 3 sentences, because that happens a lot. Just pick the first thing and go. Okay, it's 5 minutes. They know you're not an expert. Just go. So crocodile. Okay, let me make a strong intro. The intro is actually quite helpful because this is your map for the rest of the writing. And if you already train yourself before the DET of how to structure your introductions, this task won't be too horrible. I did spend a little more time on the intro, which I wish I didn't. I wish I hadn't, but it helped. Anytime you take these tests and you have an open response, I say clearly answer the question. Clearly answer the question. This is important. I'm repeating myself. And then give yourself 2 supporting points at least. I think 2 is a good number. If you have time, which you usually don't, 3 is great. I feel like 1 is not enough. 2. My clear answer to the question was the crocodile, and then I thought challenges, I don't know, habitat loss, like people, getting in their habitats, and pollution. Okay, great. Now, I do remember I was thinking, oh my God, I hope I have enough, I hope I can talk about these things for long enough. But here's the thing. By the time I was finished with my intro, it was already 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's half the time, and I only finished my intro. I was like, oh shit, I have to move faster. I don't need to worry about having the details. I need to worry about having enough time for the main ideas. So what I'm trying to say is this. You don't have time to worry. Whatever you're worried about, you literally don't have time to worry. You just need to write. Okay, so my next little section, paragraph, whatever, is habitat loss. Do I know anything about crocodiles and habitat loss? No. For this section, oh my God, it's driving me crazy. For this section, I do feel like I was pulling stuff out of my butt. But since I wasn't sure of the content, I focused on what is our tip? When you're not sure of the content, make sure whatever you write is somewhat related or related, and focus on the grammar and the vocabulary. Because remember, they're not only scoring you on the content, they're also scoring you on the language and the organization too. Okay, so that was my strategy for what section I felt weak on, and then I moved to pollution. Pollution was much easier. I feel like we all know pollution is a problem. The world's water sources, oceans, rivers, it's all getting polluted with plastic and trash and oil and whatever. So this next section was not too hard for me to write. And then my conclusion, I just rephrased, I just paraphrased everything in the task and put it into 1 or 2 sentences at the end. So that was my process. Now you will notice I didn't fully answer the question, okay? They did ask, how is the crocodile going to overcome this task? I did not mention that. So if I could do this again, I would definitely say, the crocodile is probably overcoming this because they are one of the oldest living creatures, so they're tough. They're able to breed in, strange new places. I would definitely have to make something up, but that's okay. I'm gonna cut myself some slack. This is the first time I've done this, so definitely it wasn't the worst answer, it wasn't the best, but tip for you, don't forget to go back and reread your question occasionally so you don't make the mistake I did and forget to answer part of it. All right, so don't forget how they score you. It is on page 35 of the guide. They score you with computers, but also with humans, so it's a mix. And it's just like every other test. They score content. Was your answer relevant and related to the question? Was it developed? They do coherence. Was it organized? Notice in my answer, I used transitions. I think, what did I say? In terms of habitat, furthermore, in summary, these are always good to use. They help you organize and keep the flow. Lexis and vocabulary, so you need to, show them your range. You need to use varied vocabulary, phrasal verbs, idioms, academic, regular. Not every word has to be academic. Some students think when you take a test, every word needs to be some big like SAT word or whatever. It doesn't. Okay, don't forget about your phrasal verbs and idiomatic language too. Grammar. Same thing with grammar. Vary your grammar. Not every sentence needs to be triple claused and crazy inversion. No, no, no. You can have a simple sentence with present perfect and then just a one clause sentence. And then you can have a conditional and a relative clause or something, just don't get crazy. All right. But overall, I think that's all I have to say about this task. I feel like I feel like when I'm not trying to be funny, this video went by a lot faster. Oh no. Should I be serious from now on? No. Anyways, so if you have questions about this task, let me know. I noticed that a lot of my writing videos do better, so if you have questions about writing, just let me know. And we're almost there, yeah? I think we have one more task from the old guide. We did the speaking sample. And then I think they added a new task to the updated test. So 2 more, okay? I'll see you later. Take care.